Hey guys, this is John from Walton's TV, and today we're going to talk about how to make a healthier version of a brat by using chicken. As health concerns are brought more and more to the forefront of Americans' minds, we often find ourselves looking for healthier options that fit our busy lifestyle without sacrificing taste. One of the healthiest and most readily available meats is chicken breast. A single small serving of 3.5 ounces of uncooked, boneless, skinless chicken breast contains a whopping 21.2 grams of protein, just 2.6 grams of fat, and just 114 calories. It's no wonder that chicken breast has long been a favorite of nutritionists and healthy eaters. You can also make a brat out of 50-50 mix of chicken breast and thighs with the skin still on them. So be not as healthy, but it will taste great. A few years ago, we decided to take some of our favorite brat seasonings and make a bratwurst out of chicken instead of pork. The results were generally excellent. There were a few swings and misses along the way, but that's to be expected, and we will help you avoid the same mistakes that we made. Before we begin, let's quickly talk about the temperature of the meat. You want to keep any meat as cold as possible before grinding, but this is especially important with chicken because of its low density. If you tried to run chicken at room temperature through a grinder, you'd end up with a soupy product that would not hold its form. So you want the chicken as cold as possible without any ice crystals in it. The first thing to know is that chicken breast can be used by itself. It requires no additional fat from pork. However, we do recommend you use a binder of some sort. You can use Sure-Gel, soy protein blend, or carrot fiber. All are excellent binders. The one we had the most success with was the carrot fiber. It gave us a very nice, juicy, and plump bratwurst. We have decided to do a supreme pizza bratwurst with mozzarella cheese and a Reuben bratwurst with provolone cheese. A few things to make note of before you select your seasoning. Chicken has a very low fat content. Remember, 2.6 grams of fat per 3.5 ounces of chicken. This means that any seasoning we choose is going to lose some of its flavor, as pork, and to a lesser extent beef, have a lot of fat, which is a good vehicle for the seasoning as it helps coat your mouth and let the seasoning linger. We can combat this by using smaller meat blocks, for example 20 pounds instead of 25, or we can just accept that it is going to be a little less flavorful. Here's a list in no real order of seasonings that work well with chicken: habanero mango, Reuben bratwurst, feta cheese and spinach, supreme pizza, hot buffalo wing, cheeseburger cheddar wurst, habanero brat, inferno bratwurst, and sun-dried tomato Italian bratwurst seasoning. The first step to making chicken brats is to grind the chicken twice through a 3/16 plate. We're going to use a Weston No. 12 Butcher Series grinders. We think the price and value of the Weston Butcher Series makes them one of the best meat grinders to use for home use. To find out more, be sure to watch our Weston Butcher Series grinder review video. Once you've selected your seasoning, you will want to mix in your binder of choice into the meat at the same time that you mix in your seasoning. Again, we would recommend carrot fiber, but you certainly can use either Sure-Gel or soy protein blend. If you're using carrot fiber, we'd recommend using 2 pounds of water when you mix in the seasoning and binder. Carrot fiber holds up to 26 times its weight in water, so this will increase your final yield and give you a nice, juicy product. The amount of water you should use can vary, as the water content of chicken breast varies from brand to brand. When mixing meat for bratwurst, the mix time is fairly short, just long enough to evenly disperse the seasonings. We aren't mixing until the meat is sticky and tacky with a lot of protein extraction. We have 3 options for mixing. We can either mix by hand, use a manual mixer, or using a powered mixer attached to our Weston grinders. We decided to use the 20-pound Weston meat mixer and the 44-pound Weston mixer attached to a grinder for powered mixing. Since we are making 2 batches of brats, we'll keep the products separate by using the 2 mixers. The next step will be stuffing the sausage into the casing. You'll have to choose between natural casings and collagen. We chose collagen because it's easier to work with, and I like the snap of it better than a natural hog casing. You'll want to load your stuffer canister, put the correct stuffing tube, and extrude the chicken into the casing. When stuffing into any casing, always choose the largest stuffing tube that will fit to make the stuffing process easier. For a 30mm collagen casing, the largest stuffing tube we can use is a 19mm stuffing tube. Remember that as you stuff, do not overstuff the casing, because if they are too loose after stuffing, you can always add a couple of extra twists when linking to tighten them up. But you can't as easily fix a blown out casing. So now you have your chicken brats. 25 pounds of chicken certainly makes quite a lot of brats, doesn't it? So unless you're planning on having a large barbecue, you'll want to freeze at least some of these brats. The best way to freeze them is to put them in vacuum bags, but if you put a room temperature brat into a vacuum bag and seal it, you'll end up with mush. A good way to avoid this is to put it in your freezer for about 60 to 90 minutes to let them freeze just a little. This will allow them to retain their shape during packaging. Make sure you subscribe to Walton's TV and remember to tap the bell next to the subscribed button to get notified about all new videos. Plus, like and comment on this video and visit waltonsinc.com and meatgistics.com to find everything but the meat. Thanks for watching Meatgistics. I'm Jonathan with Walton's TV, and I'll see you guys next time.
Subscribe to Walton's TV to watch more YouTube videos, or shop at waltonsinc.com to find everything but the meat. You can also watch more videos from Walton's TV by clicking here or clicking here.